welcome to this year's production of The Underground Macbeth, fully in person. We are so glad to have you, and we hope you enjoy the show. Please turn off all mobile devices immediately and keep your masks on at all times while in the building. There will be a talkback on Friday after the show, and if you aren't here on Friday, then consider buying another ticket and coming back. We respectfully ask you to not leave the theater during the performance. The show runs about an hour with an intermission a half hour in. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's the news, worthy Thane?
The Thane of Cawdor began a dismal conflict. He confessed his treasons, implored forgiveness, and set forth a deep repentance.
He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust.
And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won,
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
upon the heath,
Fair to meet with Macbeth.
Fair is foul.
foul is fair.
Cover to the fog and the filthy air. A drum, a drum. Macbeth doth come.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, they look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it?
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter. Speak to me then, who neither beg nor fear your fears, nor your hate. Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay! You imperfect speakers! Tell me more!
Whither are they banished?
Into the air. Would they have stayed?
Were such things here, as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane roots? That takes the reason prisoner.
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
Thane of Cawdor too. Want it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's it?
The queen hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. I am sent to give thee from our royal mistress thanks.
And worthy Ross, many thanks.
And, for an earnest of a greater honor, she bade me from her call thee Thane of Cawdor.
What? Macduff, can the devil speak true?
Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet.
It is true, Lennox.
But treason's capital, confessed and proven, have overthrown him, and under heavy judgment he bears his life to imprisonment.
Lungs and Thane of Cawdor. Two truths are told. As happy prologues. The swelling act of the imperial theme.
Welcome hither and many thanks. For your labor, Macbeth, I have begun to plan thee, noble Malcolm, to hold thee to my heart that has no less deserved.
And there may I grow near Stephen.
My worthy successor Malcolm, whom we name hereafter, and signs of her nobleness like stars shall shine on all deserves. From hence to Inverness and bind us further to you, Macbeth.
So humbly I see you leave, and make joyful the hearing of your approach to my wife.
She came here.
This supernatural soliciting cannot be good, cannot be ill. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success? If good, why do I yield to that suggestion? This horrid image unfix my hair. Make my seated heart knock against my ribs, against the use of nature. Stars, hide your fires. Not light see my black and deep desires.
When I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the Queen, who all held me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before the weird witches saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time, with hail, King that shalt be. This I've thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou might not lose the dues of rejoicing, by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell.
Loms thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet, do I fear thy nature? It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Hie thee hither, so that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise, with the valor of my tongue, all that impedes thee from the golden round. What is your tidings?
The Queen comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it, is not thy master with her?
Our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him.
He brings great news. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the deadest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor have it peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, Hold! Hold! Great moms, where did Cawdor? Where did them both by the all hill hereafter?
Duncan comes here tonight,
And one goes hence?
tomorrow, as she purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. She's that's coming must be provided for.
You will speak further.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air, nimbly and sweet, recommends itself unto our gentle senses. See our honored hostess. Where is the Thane of Cawdor?
Your servant.
Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Please come this way.
If it were done, when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. She's here in double trust. First, as I am her kinsman and her subject, both strong against the deed, and again as her host, should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent. Only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls upon the other. Hannah, what news? Hath she asked of me?
Know you not she has?
You will proceed no further in this business.
And live, a coward, in thine own esteem, letting, I dare not wait upon I would. When you durst do it, then you were a man.
We should fail?
We fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded queen, whose men I shall make drunk with cups of wine?
Who's there?
A friend. What, sir? Not yet at rest? I dreamt last night of the weird witches. To you, they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Did propose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? Handle towards my hand? Come. Let me clutch thee. Have thee not, yet I see thee still. On thy blade indulgent gouts of blood that were not so before. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan. The knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Ah, that which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. Hark! Peace! The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charged snores. I have drugged their faucets. I laid their daggers ready. She not resembled my mother as she slept, I'd have done it. My husband,
I have done the deed. Dost not hear noise?
I heard the owls scream and the crickets cry.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one but murder. Lord God bless us, amen the other. For they have seen me with these hangman's hands.
Consider it not so deeply. These deeds must not be thought after these ways. So it will make us mad.
Thought I heard a voice cry. Sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Macbeth shall sleep no more. Whence is that knocking?
Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there.
I'll go no more. How is it when every noise appalls me? Will all great Neptune's oceans ever wash clean the blood from my hands?
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear hearts so light. Come. The water clears the Celestine. How easy it is then. Go. Wash take witness from your hand to retire we to our chamber.
Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
I'm sorry. Is this the National Academy of Dramatic Arts or NADA, as we say down Mexico way?
No.
Oh, it isn't? But I could have sworn. Where is Kenny? Kenneth Schwartzen?
Kenny?
This will just be a minute. I promise this won't take too long.
What the hell is going on? Give me a moment. This is a private performance inspector in my garage.
Not to us, it isn't, Kenny. Long time no see, Mr. Artistic Director. A little birdie told me that you were trying to pull one over on us. You know that theater companies need to file a UU, G1, UGA in order to be able to perform publicly. And once again, it seems your offstage left theater company has not filed the proper paperwork to do so. May I remind you that theater has been monitored under this administration to protect the people. You know how riled up plays get us with its social discourse and opposing viewpoints, especially politically motivated theater. That's the worst.
We submitted the proper paperwork, and you know our theater company will file an action against you with the ACLU.
Oh, see? That's where you're wrong. The American Civil Liberties Union is dead in the water. So, while you and your fellow thespians were prancing around on stage, my party created the ARM, the Artistic Regulation Ministry. Guess who runs the agency? Moi! My team and I greatly look forward to shutting you down. So, please welcome to the stage the Arms Division of Theater Investigation and Control. Echo November Tango Echo Romeo, over.
Roger.
Kenny! Wah, 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 wah! Our paths have crossed so many times, this almost makes me feel nostalgic. Oh, remember that time we shut down your production of Romeo and Juliet?
I do,
And do you remember why, Kenny?
because you didn't understand it.
What's in a name? A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Wah, wah! Not so, my friend. The Montagues and Capulets' propaganda against the two-party system was a no-go.
And remember that time we shut down To Kill a Mockingbird? We had to take a stance against stranger danger.
Lou Rowley wasn't a stranger, they just hadn't met him in person yet.
Enough! Begin. Is this table being used?
Yes! Let's go, let's go!
Full name?
Kenneth Schwartz.
And who are you playing?
I'm not in it.
Oh, you're in it all right, buddy. My colleague Ted here has been keeping an eye on you, and it appears you own this property.
Bought it for cheap after an unfortunate foreclosure and proceeded to renovate the two-car garage.
Into a 6-car garage. With no cars. Why on earth does he need all that space? We asked ourselves, which brings us here.
Oh, and your gas bill is almost due.
Ah! Looky here, it's our main man. You didn't appreciate the way you mocked the free press when opening this production? You realize more than 2.5 million people watch APROX News every day, right?
Who are you, jackass? Watch it.
Or what?
You don't want to find out.
Name?
Max Sullivan.
Ah, where do you work, Mr. Sullivan? I've seen your theatrics before, but you must have a life outside of crime.
Being an actor isn't a crime.
Not according to some of your reviews.
I'm also a bartender at Dooney.
What? Put that down. That's original Fiesta ware.
All incriminating objects can and will be collected for evidence.
Is all that really necessary? Our production just started. You have no proof it's an armed violation.
Oh, but we do. To save our children Citizens Act. Oh, you haven't heard of it. The Student Artistic Verification of Educational Operations for Undercover Repression of Correct History and Ideological Lessons Designed for Radicalization of Emerging New Citizens Act.
How long did it take to memorize that?
Right here. In full. Hot off the press.
It appears here you sent over 100 invites to your friends and family about this show.
There's no need to involve them.
It's a little too late for that, wouldn't you say? I'm sure they were aware of the consequences when they voluntarily entered this garage, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind explaining themselves. Go ahead.
Well, take
You! Get up! Get up! Come on! Stand over here. Face the audience. What's your name?
What's your business?
Speak up! What is your name?
The man.
You're not funny. What's your real name?
Jeff.
Jeff what?
Smith.
Jeff Smith. Oddly common. Jeff Smith, why are you here?
Because you don't want me here.
Speak up?
Because you don't want me here.
Because I don't want you here. Why? Are you looking to get in trouble? You looking to get arrested?
Maybe.
You're not funny.
They think I am.
You want to tell that to the judge?
Of course I do.
You'll get to talk to her. Sit down. Wise ass.
Face the good people here tonight. What's your name? Cabbage. What's your real name? Cabbage Onion. All right. You know what? We're gonna move on. I have some complicated questions. Like, what's your name? Are you enjoying the show tonight? Yes. Wrong answer. Witness is lying. Take that down. All right. Will you, if you're capable, summarize what's happened so far tonight? No. All right, sit down.
You want to stand up?
No, thank you.
Let you off the hook. You in the beret. All righty. Yeah, come. It's time for some public humiliation. You excited? All right. You're aware this isn't a wedding, right?
We'll see what happens in the play, but I think so.
All right. What's your name?
Joseph
Joseph what?
Ditkoff.
Joseph Ditkoff. What's your affiliation with this show?
I paid $10 to get in.
You paid money for this?
I did.
Why would you do that?
I mean, it's a Friday night.
You wanted to risk your safety on a Friday night?
There's time to.
You know what? I can't stop you, but you know what can? Arm! Sit down! And I think we're good here. But if I could make just one teeny criticism, Shakespeare, or the board, as we call it in the force, is not a popular choice with real patriots.
You see, when you pick a universal and timeless writer like him, it's real easy to twist the meaning to your own political agenda.
Please, Kenny, continue. But remember this. ARM operates on a 3-strike system. Offstage left theater company, consider this strike 1.
Please places.
You ready?
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow. Goes the queen hence today.
She does. She did appoint so.
She did command me to call timely upon her. I've almost slipped the hour.
I will bring you to her.
The night was unruly.
'Twas a rough night.
Horror. Horror! Horror! Confusion hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke up the queen's anointed temple and stolen thence the life of the building.
What's he say? The life?
Mean you, her majesty.
Bring the alarm bell! Murder and treason!
What's the business? Speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. Our royal majesty's murdered.
No, alas. What, in our house?
Too cruel anywhere.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it.
Our royal majesty's murdered.
By whom?
By those of her chamber, as it seemed had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were these daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. Yet I do repent of me my fury. I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so? Help me, hence.
Look to the lady. Let us briefly put on a manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
There's danger in men's smiles. This murderous shaft that has shot hath not yet lighted, and the safest way is to avoid the ape. I'll to England.
Used to keep it cool, used to be a fool. All about the bouncing master. Like shit on the news, what you gonna do? I could your profession for a day. Used to keep it.
Thou hast it now, King Cotter Longs. All as the weird witches promised. And I fear thou playest most foully for it. Yet, it was said that it should not stand in thy posterity, but that I myself should be the root and mother of many kings. And if there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up with hope? But hush, no more.
We hold a solemn supper tonight, ma'am, and I'll request your presence. Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Shall not our feet?
My lord, I will not.
Our fears in tranquil stick deep. she chid the witches. And first they placed the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to her. And then prophet-like, they named her successor to a line of kings. If it were so, for Banquo's issue, have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. Rather than so, come, fate, into the list.
Banquo is a traitor. Banquo is a traitor.
Champion me to the utterance.
Shut it.
Is it not only yesterday that we did speak together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then now, you considered my speeches? You made it known to us. I did so. Now, if you have a station in the file not in the worst rank of manhood, say it now.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid of it.
And all of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is she mine. And though I could bare-faced power sweep her from my sight, yet I must not.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
We are resolved, my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight. We have stopped the snake, not killed it.
Gentle, my lord. Sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
Full of scorpions. Is my mind, dear wife.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck. Thou applaud the deed. Prithee, go with me.
So sorry, this will be the last time that I'm having. So sorry. You again?
These are the most intelligent-sounding idiots I have ever heard. Did you see that? Misportraying the noble heroes trying to reform America.
We would hate to shut down such a perfidious play!
The murderers have done their business. Can we just get on with our production?
No, because I think the Save Our Children Citizens Act has something to say to you. For example, paragraph 14, subversion. Anyone distributing anti-American propaganda. Or paragraph 88, incitement. Anyone encouraging citizens to participate in radical protests.
Need I remind you that this is a private viewing in my garage, and I would think that such a learned of government professionals would know textbook constitutional law, like, the First Amendment.
That's why it's called amendment. Because we amended it.
Besides, I've got bad news for you, buddy. This is an investigation. Ever heard of the Hollywood 10? Yeah. Those directors blacklisted in the 50s for their communist affiliations? You're looking to end up as the Shakespeare 15 if you keep grinding our gears.
And you're looking to end up like Joe McCarthy, dishonored, indecent, dead.
Don't talk to me. Look, when you fundamentally discredit the very nature of our political sensibilities, you are seeking to discredit America.
You don't like people dressed up in costumes expressing themselves?
You will be charged with conspiracy, and your role in this subversive production will be held against you in court.
Arrest those actors.
What? Okay.
Where's the third one?
Invited.
Fine.
We'll end up back here anyways.
I would like to make our citizens rights, Kenny! Damn it! I would like to make one thing clear to the audience.
Hold on.
Do not accept this artistic interpretation in the name of theater. Those, shut up, those were real heroes, unlike you all, coming to see absolute nonsense like this. Those very fine people had every right to assemble and act on their beliefs.
Today, as these principles are being attacked by the thespians, we are engaged in a national effort to fight for our proven agenda. Take our message to every American. Grow the party, promote integrity, and stop what threatens our children. Almost no one believes in sanctity anymore. We do, and we plan to protect it.
You all must be so proud of yourselves, yeah? Offstage left theater company, strike 2.
Place in space. You ready?
Highness sit and grace us with your royal company.
Now I be our country's honor roof, with the graced person of our Banquo present.
Her absence, sir, lays blame upon her promise.
What is that?
What is it that moves your highness?
No. 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 Which of you has done this?
What, my good lord?
You canst not say I did it. Never say thy gory lust in me.
All right, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus. If it is momentary, upon a thought he will again be well. Are you a man?
I am a woman. Never look upon that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. Why do you make such faces? What are
Clown, love and health to all. Give me wine. Fill full. I drink to the gentle joy of the table.
Our duties
And the pledge.
Avaunt! Quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are perilous, but blood is cool.
Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
I am in blood so far. Should I wait no more, turning would be as tedious as go over.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Go to sleep. Then live, Macbeth. What need I fear of thee? What is this?
Macbeth shall never vanquish thee until great burning wood to hide Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest with the tree unfix his earthbound root? My heart yearns to know one thing.
Seek to know no more. Show his eyes, his heart, hung like shadows, so depart.
Where are they? Gone! Queen, without there!
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird witches?
No, my lord.
And who is it that came by?
2 of us, my lord, that bring you word that Macduffs fled to England.
Fled to England?
Bleed, bleed, poor country.
It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day gash is added to her wounds.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant, bloody scepter. Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again?
Macbeth, this tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, is ripe for shaking.
Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself.
Out damn spawn. Out I say. 1, 2. Right, then 'tis time to do it. Oh, this murky. Why, will these hands never be clean? Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Wash your hands. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. She cannot come out on her grave. To bed! To bed! There's knocking at the gate. But that cannot be undone. To bed. To bed.
I will not be afraid of death and pain. Till Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane. Take on.
Barnum Wood delivery.
Back it, back it. last syllable of recorded time. All our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death.
Let's go.
Out! Out, brief candle!
Show's over.
Nice little walking shadow. A boy slurs, struts, and stretches out upon the stage.
Why are you still watching? The show is over.
It is a tale told by an idiot. Full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Nothing is right. This show is being shut down. You will go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Not.
Yes, everything is more or less under control. As I just stand my watch upon myself, and the conspirator and non-mutant would begin to move.
I get too weary of the sights. Stay, I'm dying for the sake. I cannot fly. Turn, hello, turn. Thou loosest labor. I bear a charming life that shall not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm. MacBeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Though Burnham would become to Dunn's name, now opposed to a woman born, then I will try to last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield, lay on his back, and dancing in the first part hold, enough.
And here you see a key example of the leftist agenda. Radicalism, feminism, Taoism, postmodern neo-Marxism, and lesbianism are strategic psychological attacks on America. As workers for the armed, it is our job to stop it. Strike free! Your show is over. kitten will be there. If you have to leave, please do so now, but we invite you to stay and listen to all the hard work that has gone into the show, because a lot of thought has been put into it. We will now take questions from the audience, so please, go ahead. Yes, that young man right there. Do you have a microphone? We're getting one!
So did you guys go into the show with that non-Macbeth script already written, or did you write that as you went along?
What was the question? We wrote most of the non-Macbeth parts of the script as we went. This is based on a show by Tom Stoppard called Macbeth. So there is definitely a framework in place, but it's safe to say that we had to write most of it. Next question.
Is the show actually over? Excellent question. Please, host, answer.
I'm going to say with 99% certainty that the show is over. Don't worry. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Yes. It was very funny.
Thank you.
How long did it take for you guys to write it?
So we started writing this show in September. Like we started rehearsing as soon as school started, and we started writing the show then. And I think we had a mostly finalized script by late October.
Like last week.
Raise your hand again.
Who came up with all the really long acronyms, and how long did it take?
Me. I came up with that. The Save Our Children Citizens Act acronym took me 45 minutes, and I contend that that is the best 45 minutes I spent over the entire course of this show. Next question.
Hello, everybody. Well, I wanted to commend you all for such a wonderful show. With the means, I take you on the road anywhere. But I want you to know that I was speaking with this lady earlier today, and I am so encouraged because something had been weighing on my heart in regards to children. And I told her that I wanted to get a fund going, and I wondered how could I get somebody to help the children. I want you to know that we got on a plane, a crowded plane, to get here today to see you guys. I feel like Julia Roberts did in the movie. Got on a plane and went to the opera. So I want you to know it was well worth the trip. All of what we endured with the luggage and the people and all of that. I am so proud of you, in spite of not even knowing you until today.
How long did it take you guys to design the incredible sets?
Well, I can start this one off. We had a really wonderful helper, Katie Lynette, who is one of the adults in the show. Woo! Not here tonight, she'll be here tomorrow, but she helped design these triptychs here, three-sided prop
pieces, which was our main feature. And then, of course, we had the back of the garage wall. We really wanted to set a show to make it feel, since the auditorium is so big, we wanted to make it feel like people were really in the show, that we could be somewhere that felt like they were part of the production. So then we had this wall design, which Anya and Tech generally helped to design. We have a lot of stuff from people's garages and basements up there. So thank you to their parents and family for that. Excellent donation. And yeah, it took, I think we got the set together by about Tech Week, which was 2 weeks ago. So it's an ever-changing process. We were just getting those labels finished very recently. But yeah. Next question? Over there.
What inspired you to make the show like the third wall breaking format? I think that's like a really interesting format, so I wonder how you thought of that.
So, the thing about breaking the fourth wall, in the original Tom Stopper play, there was one inspector, and it's usually performed in a black box, so the inspector is able to interact with the audience a lot, and I think Mary and the inspectors kind of wanted to keep that quality there, and the same thing was with Mary's production of Cahoots Macbeth. I don't know when, but a long time ago. And yeah, we really wanted to keep that, but since we had a group of inspectors, we wanted to find a way to like immerse the audience and also like continue portraying this ridiculousness of arm and how like we're like just constantly satirizing ourselves. So that's basically the point of it. And to add some fun to the show. It was already fun, but yeah.
We have one over here.
I want to know more about the yellow costume theme, especially for the witches. That feels like maybe not a super conventional choice. But can you tell me about that?
Let's give that to our costume team, or at least half of it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Helen. I am one of the co-costumers for the show, and so the yellow theme started out with basically we wanted to take the red and blue of the American flag and change it to some different colors, which were yellow and green. And so yellow was obviously the main theme for Macbeth's own political party, and so starting with that, I mean, as you can see, it was a tech design choice as well, and so as costumers, we really kind of delved into and did a lot of research on the symbolism of yellow and how we could, because yellow, if you think about it, is a really optimistic color, you know, like happy, sunshine, smiley faces, so we really had to figure out, because Macbeth is traditionally a very dark show, and so we had to figure out how to take that yellow, make it a sort of serious tone, and then also how to almost make it more, how to, throughout the show, give it that sort of depth as we went along, and how to change it and shift it in accordance to the mood. And so that was kind of how we played with it. Yeah.
Yes, over there at the blue hat.
I'm curious about the see-through mask and the robot.
Excellent point.
What made you choose those?
Hi, I'm Isaac. I played Macbeth. The clear mask was a recent choice because we were trying to figure out what sort of mask to get and how to sort of coordinate them. And we figured out that this one, which is, I believe, the only one that we have of this kind, sort of worked. It's not that muffling, and while it sort of looks a little bit Hannibal Lecter-y, it is pretty good at being able to see my face. It doesn't fog up too much, I hope. And then I think we can give the robot option over to our friendly robot.
What was the question again?
Sorry. What inspired the choice of the computer?
Well, my character is basically like, a robot that detects radioactive material. And so I'm holding a Geiger counter, which detect radioactive materials. So I'm kind of like a human robot version of that. So that answers your question.
In addition to that, I'm Maya. I played Abs. In addition to that, the sort of inspiration was kind of going with the theme of the arm is kind of outrageous in its, effort to shut down every single piece of art it can find. And we're just kind of really showing that extra effort, that extra kind of going the extra mile just to shut down a theater production.
Yes. Two questions. One, for the people from the audience just like randomly polled, and two, Shark Boy vibes. No despair. Hello. Yes. Hi, I'm Delilah. I play notes. I know the audience. It's a lot of fun. Yes, they are randomly pulled, except for yesterday. Yesterday, we specifically sought out Mr. Anthony Myers. Because we heard he was coming, and I was like, oh my god, he got us, tell me where he's sitting. So it has all been random, other than Mr. Myers. The last couple questions? Yes, over there.
How do you coordinate that excellently, complicated final scene?
How did you coordinate the final scene?
The way that we coordinated that was about a lot of rehearsal and about 4 runs of that, of just spending almost an entire day almost. We spent a long time on it. And trying and playing out with things. We originally didn't have the witches getting pulled off by a rope. We didn't have the hook pulling off our messenger. We didn't have a lot of stuff. And then we just decided that could be funny. Let's do that.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I play Malcolm, and I just wanted to add on to that. So I get carried off at the end, and that is very scary. Tilden, one of the inspectors, he plays Pax. He does we've spent a really, really long time trying to make it seem like orderly. Like for us, it's very orderly, but for you guys, it will look like chaos because we've really worked hard to try to make this as safe as possible for everyone and make sure I'm not dropped. Which has happened on occasion, but it's all very safe, and we try our best to make sure that for you guys it's a really big surprise, but for us we know what to do, and it's all good.
Question in the red shirt.
Oh, sure, yeah. I had a question about how much of the kind of, how close was the backstory, the outside, the wrapper around the MacBeth to Cahoots MacBeth? What are the major differences between, I don't know Cahoots MacBeth, so what are the major differences between that version and your version? Other than the robot I got.
In Cahoots MacBeth, I think y'all mentioned earlier, there's only one inspector versus in this one it's a whole team. Cahoots MacBeth is set in Czechoslovakia in the 60s or 70s, I believe. It's real life, so theater and the arts were censored there, so it was a story, Tom Stopper's story about that, and about a man named putting on the production. So we took it from Czechoslovakia to America, and we made it modernized. And we added more inspectors, and I think there was some things, but that's the main one.
Yeah, the end of Tom Stoppard's play is entirely in gibberish. It's called Dog, which is, the reason we didn't do that here is because it was introduced in the play that's supposed to go before it, which is called Dog's Hamlet. They're usually performed together, Dog's Hamlet and then Cahoots MacBeth. And we just decided that it would be really confusing to introduce a language and a character that haven't already been established. So, yeah.
guess another thing, Dad, would be like, rather than making it about like a kindness country, it was more or less made about like current events in our time. I suppose like the January 6th Capitol riots, what happened, etc.
Yes, over there. This isn't necessarily directed at anyone, but just anyone wants to answer the question. But what was your favorite scene to block or even just perform?
Yeah, I think the last scene is certainly like my favorite because there is so much going on. This is a very fast play. It's much faster than the original text of Macbeth, obviously. So I think that last scene perfectly kind of sums up the idea that our play kind of wanted to have, and that there's just a ton of layers going on at the same time. I think it's really visually stimulating, but also like it's nice to see all the little details and have everything going that fast.
Hi, my name is Valentia, and I played the third witch. And I would say that my favorite scene was the one where all of the witches were in the triptychs. We call it the apparition scene. And I would say it's my favorite because although I don't know what it looks like, and neither do these guys sitting over here, it's really powerful, I feel like. And it gives me so much adrenaline just to see the lights flashing before me as I'm standing in the triptych. And it's just generally so fun to picture all of the fun poses that, well, T and Ben are doing that I just know nothing about. So I think the excitement that that scene brings to me is a part and a big part of the reason why that's my favorite one.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm Ben. I played the second witch, and adding on to that, it took so long to figure out what we were going to do for that scene. We had so many different ideas. We were not in the triptychs originally. It was going to be like Penny and some other people in there. We didn't figure out who the rest of the people were, so then that idea got scrapped. But figuring out what that was like so much fun because all of these different ideas were good, but I think we settled on the best one because it looks really, really cool.
Hi, I'm Kate. I do lights. I guess this wasn't exactly your question, but my favorite scenes to light would probably be the scene you were talking about with the witches. I think also the first appearance of Arm, just because I basically got told, like, okay, Kate, just put in all the red lights you have, and I was like, yes, I've been waiting for this opportunity. All right, there's one more over there.
Could you repeat that one for everyone? It was, how much time did it take to... How much time do you think you put into the production?
So, on my college application, I said that like on average I spend like 11 hours per week in rehearsal. So like it starts out, we have 3 rehearsals a week for like 3 hours, and then as we get closer to the show, we start having rehearsal like every day, and they start getting a lot longer. So our latest rehearsals would go until like 8:15 or 9. So definitely a lot of time. I miss my friends, but it's very fun here as well.
Over there?
What inspired the song choices, like the breaks?
Bring that over to sound.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Jiwoo. I did sound. Essentially what we did was we put together a document and had all of our lovely cast and crew members submit song choices, and we had a specific theme to go to suit the play, and honestly I think the music choices that we picked out were very good.
All right, I think that's all we have time for tonight. So thank you all so much for coming. We truly appreciate it, and have a wonderful night.